Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I thought it'd be fun to show exactly how I would get my lead guitar tone, kind of like a darker synthy lead inspired, like Eric Johnson lead inspired tone in a modeler. I'm going to be using the Quad Cortex. Also, if you did not see, this is like a companion video to me creating an Edge of Breakup tone, which is available to to all my subscribers. This video is just a members only video, so thank you for being a member, and yeah, let's kind of get into some tones. So I have my Quad Cortex set up, Quad Cortex control in front of me, which lets me control my Quad Cortex. So right now it's just a fully dry DI signal. But similar to the other video, I'm just gonna start by putting the blocks and then I'll edit the tones. So I'm gonna start with the cab block. So I'm gonna add a cabinet, and I love vintage 30s. So for this tone, I'm gonna go like a 412 with something that has vintage 30s in it. There's a few of these that have vintage 30s. I know I like the Zilla stuff, so I'm gonna try this 412 Zilla Crust V3012 V2 cab. I've never played this cab before, so we'll see how it sounds. I'm sure it'll sound good. And then for the dynamic, yeah, I'm cool with the dynamic mic. I think instead of a ribbon mic, I'm gonna choose a condenser mic for this one, just because it's gonna be like a darker lead tone, and I still want some of that high end to come through. I don't want to lose it with the ribbon mic, so I'm going to pick a 414, condenser 414. And then for the amp on this one, maybe like a Friedman amp. Because I want that, like, I want a lot of the gain to come from the amp, and then I'm going to use an overdrive pedal in front of it to shape the sound. So most of the gain I'm going to use is actually going to be coming from the amp, and then the overdrive is just to kind of round out the edges and stuff. So I'm going to pick this one. We're going to adjust this later. Then I'm going to add my compressor. And I always use an 1176 style compressor because I just love how that sounds on guitar. So in the Quad Cortex, the legendary 87 is their version of an 1176. So we'll pick that. I'm good with these stock settings. These are kind of something similar to what I would do in the first place on guitar. I want that slower attack so that the guitar, when I pick, the picking comes through. I want all that attack from the pick. I don't want the compressor to take away any of that attack. So I'm going to keep it at 0.8 milliseconds. And I'm going to add this overdrive. Another overdrive that I love, so in the other clean video, I used the Blues Breaker because I love blues breakers, but in this video, I want to use the Vimural Ray, which is their version, the Quad Cortex's version of a Venuram, I always forget how to say their name, Jan Ray, which is like an awesome guitar pedal. I'm going to turn it off for now. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of reverb. Another type of reverb that I love is like a plate reverb. I really love a good plate reverb. The ones in the Quad Cortex are pretty awesome. I've definitely tried some plate reverb, like guitar pedals and stuff, that just don't sound good. But luckily this one sounds awesome. Even when I'm recording in Logic, a lot of the time I'm using a plate reverb. I use the Sound Toys reverb. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, little plate. The little plate reverb. I know they also have like a super plate now, but I use the little plate, and I'm going to use a plate lush reverb in the Quad Cortex. So now I'm going to play guitar, and let's kind of get an idea for how this sounds. It sounds good, but it's not exactly the thing that I'm going for right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the C45 thing. I don't know what that like actually is supposed to be emulating, but that's with it, without it. So I don't know, it adds more gain and more saturation or something, but then there's also a saturation knob here, so I don't know. I just like how it sounds, so I don't overthink it too much. I'm gonna leave this fat switch off because I think it adds too much low end for me. I'm gonna turn down the presence a little bit because it's a lot of high end happening. I'm also gonna turn down the gain a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to turn on this overdrive pedal, which is way too much gain. So I'm going to turn the gain pretty far down. I'm going to turn the level down. I'm going to turn the treble down. And let's kind of see what that... I'll turn the treble down more in the amp, maybe all the way. That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to switch this condenser back to a ribbon. And then turn down this gain even more. And maybe turn down this treble a little bit. And then maybe up the master. Maybe the gain a little more down. I mean, that sounds pretty damn sick to me. I'm gonna turn the decay up on this reverb a little bit and the mix, and I'm gonna add a stereo delay. I'm gonna add an analog stereo delay because these tend to be a bit darker, and I kind of want that darker sound. I do want it to ping pong. The width I want 100% because I want it to go fully left and right. I'm gonna turn the drive up to maybe 60. I'm gonna turn the mix up a little bit. Okay, it's a little much, so I'm gonna maybe turn this down to 40, and I'll turn the reverb down a bit too. I'm also gonna turn up this like almost chorus effect in it too. Okay, that's too much. Never mind. Sick. Yeah, so this is like one of the examples of how I create a lead tone. Maybe I'll do more of these in the future. Let me know. But if you haven't, please check out the first video in these two videos. That's available just on my channel for the public on creating a edge of breakup tone. And yeah, thanks again for being a member. I'll see you guys later. Bye.